what the whole point of this is we had talked about in the membership committee. Am I sharing? Can y'all see my screen? Because I can't see what I'm.
Yes.
Okay. Do you see the My Rotary website page? Okay. We had talked about during each club assembly until the end of the year doing a leadership training series, just to add value for everybody, and to use what RI has developed in partnership with Toastmasters. So the reason I'm showing you this screen is this information is available to everybody, and it's in this learning and reference. So if you haven't logged into Rotary International ever, it's rotary.org/en is the English version. So just in case you happen to get into another language. Once you log in, you can go to this learning and reference, and there's this learning center. So that's where all of these things live. I'll click on it, but then I'm going to go back to another screen. And so the ones that we've kind of planned out are just different ones that they've developed in here. If this doesn't pull up in a second, I'll just get out of it. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, it's going to make me sign in. That's okay. I've been in here. I think I got it open too many times. But anyway, it's good stuff that they've done. I didn't, can y'all see this leadership styles one now?
Yes.
So whenever you get into it, it's kind of like you enroll for the class and it's free. I'm just going to jump to this one is leadership basics that I want to talk to today. And so now that I have about 8 minutes, I'm going to go through this pretty quick, but I would highly suggest if you have the time, go back through the entire course on your own, because it's got at the end, I'll show you, it's got some activity pages that you can do that I think are pretty good. So I'm going to jump to, let's see, and you can jump around to all of it, but this, as far as leadership styles, what I wanted to speak to on this is go to our website and make sure that you're looking at what the values of Rotary are and what our club is in particular. And this doesn't just apply to Rotary. I mean, it could apply to whatever leadership role you have. Maybe it's work, maybe it's church, maybe it's your family. And think about things like, how do you motivate the people that you're, doing projects with? How do you get them on your team, and how do you develop a plan for that? And I'll let y'all go through that. So this one I want to talk about as far as leadership styles. Has anybody done like a like Myers-Briggs, like the DISC? I thought, Heather, what's the one that we did for Seafair, the Strength Finders? I thought that was pretty good for finding these things, but these are just examples of different leadership styles. So you got the rule followers, so very definitive, making decisions, authoritative, motivates by inspiring enthusiasm, giving clear direction. The innovator, sharing that vision and motivating that team. Pace setting high standards for performance. Democratic, getting that consensus. Affiliative, I don't know if I said that right. Collaborative and focusing on emotional needs. Coaching, looking at people's individual skills, and then altruistic, meeting the needs of the team. So just several examples of that. I'm going to skip through making the decisions, because I think this motivate others is really good, especially in a Rotary context. But again, in any aspect of your life, just really understanding the people that you're dealing with and what motivates them. And it's all about, of course, connections and relationship building and figuring out what people need and how they fit into those roles. So this was really good. So the 4 areas: recognition, achievement, status, and affiliation. So when you're looking at people, and it's funny because I was kind of looking at this a little bit yesterday in my work, because we've asked some people to do some things like write some articles and do some internal training, things that are outside of their comfort zone, kind of. And after yesterday, I was thinking about what they needed from a recognition standpoint. And some of them needed that call out, that public attention, hey, you did a great job, in front of everybody. And that encouraged them to want to do more of that kind of thing. So that was really good. So recognition, achievement, of course, desire to accomplish tasks, projects, the status, maybe they're motivated by that position of influence, and then affiliation, just enjoy being part of that bigger group. So, and these are fun. I'll let y'all go through these. I was going to do them on here, but we don't have time. So, like this first one, like during a meeting, invite team members who are contributing to your project to stand. So like knowing that somebody might need that public recognition, they're obviously, a recognition person. So when you do this later, I would love for y'all to go through and select, which examples go with each one like that. I think that those are really good. And then just talking about, how to provide benefits to the team. Of course, it's essential to listen to what people need. Planning is key, and communication is key for all of these. And then when you think about, setting the tone for the team and considering our project and accepting feedback. So I think we do a good job of this. I was thinking in particular about the duck splash. We've set that vision, what we want that to be. We did a great job having to pivot with that with COVID. We've kind of dissected it from a feedback standpoint, and really trying, I think now going forward, getting people in their spots for, who can serve best with their gifts and talents, who's in the right spot to really make that project take off. So, and giving and receiving feedback in any aspect of what we do is important. I feel like I do this every day, either work or at home, or, building confidence in people, seeking balance, be constructive. It can be positive feedback. Sometimes it has to be not critical, but constructive feedback. Sorry. Just to really help people grow in what they do. So, the next one, and here's one of those examples for a worksheet that are good. Sorry, sun's blinding me. So of course, setting goals is important, planning your task out, that the team needs to know really, let me go back to this, where you're trying to go, where everybody's trying to get to, and where you're leading them to. So that's just a very important aspect of trying to do any project or anything, whether it's Rotary work or what have you. So, so these are really good. Like I said, I encourage you to go through here. So it has the daily leadership journal. This was good. So they're suggesting like take 2 weeks and just write down, how you see things as far as feedback and how you're motivating and what people need that you're working with, and then the goal setting and all of that. So given that it's 8:46, I thought that those are really good, and that we should really use these to, just to get better, just for a personal growth standpoint too. So I'm gonna stop sharing now, but so that's what I had on that.
Thank you.
Any questions? I know I went through that super fast, and I'll try to make that time. These are longer than the 15 minutes that we have, but I think it is beneficial if we go back and do them later on our own.
So, Susan, so you talk a little bit, it was good to see that you showing us the My Rotary. Are there other areas in that training that would be useful for people to look at? Or
there's a ton of them.
There's so much.
So the ones, and I don't have it right in front of me, I had a list in one of the membership committee recaps of the ones I wanted to do, because there's some, like, I don't know why this takes so long to oh, I'm not sharing anymore. Hold on. It's still spinning over here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
There's also one for each club position.
Yeah.
Which
Can y'all see that?
Okay.
So like this one I did today was leadership basics. I did not say that, but that's if you wanted to do it later to do. I'm sorry. Are y'all seeing my
Yep.
the RI, not me, like closing up notifications? Leading a team is one that we were talking about doing, collaboration, building consensus. There's just a ton in here of things. And whoops, there's different languages. Let me go back over this way. And then more Rotary specific things. Like Angela was saying, assistant governor basics. Like adult learning. I mean, adult learning, you're like, oh, what? But like this is very important. Like for me, for work, to understand how people learn so that I can effectively train them. You know, like there's different things like that. Engaging members, diverse club. There's just so much that's out there where you don't have to recreate the wheel, and we can really benefit from it if we use these resources.
I don't know if Morgan is still on, but there is one on public image. I think that was the next one. It's great. So depending what role you have, even in the club, you can find different resources. And what I love about these is, you know, when you kind of open it up and you see all the different areas, you kind of go, oh my gosh. But every, like, as you saw what Susan showed, every slide is pretty quick. And nothing is like, it moves. It's not like you're on one slide forever, and they go really fast, which is great. And I think it does tell you how long it is, and you can back out of it and, you know, come back a day or two and you'll be back in the place that you stopped, if you're logged in, as you know, which you have to get in there. So that's a nice thing too. You don't have to finish it all in one sitting.
Exactly.
You have to set up a separate account for this?
If you've got your My Rotary account, no, when you log into My Rotary, you can go to the Learning Center and you're in. Okay. But everybody should do there's a whole profile you can create in this at rotary.org, and I would suggest doing that.
Yeah, everybody should be able to log into here. There's lots of stuff in here. Tons of stuff. This has got, Brian, you'd probably be interested. So like this has am I still sharing? The brand center.
Yeah,
so this is all the approved logos, all the stuff that you can play around with and change. Like they've got templates, themes, guidelines, I mean, images and video, like everything in there.
Okay.
So, yeah, Brian, I think that's where you went to get the logo. Remember? I think you've been there. So I think,
yeah, accidentally, I guess I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think if you got the logo, you're already set up, but you can go to your profile and add more information.
Gotcha.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that, Susan. Because I think a lot of times I always thought that people think that. Sorry. I always, because I think I've been in Rotary 4 or 5 years now. I'm not even sure, but I think there's always the assumption that people know stuff about Rotary, and I don't think that's often the case. Even personally, until I got into the board last year, I really didn't know about any of the roles and what's required, and so I think that's good. Like when Angela was talking about learning about the roles. So, you know, for the people that are coming into the club, it's always good for us to maybe share that information so they understand why we do things and what it's about. So that's great.
A lot of good stuff out there. So
can I add one more thing? I think some folks took the Rotary Leadership Institute last January. There's going to be another one this January at the same place in Clayton. They're only going to have like 10 people in a room, so they can socially distance, but there'll be information coming out for that. I think that's going to be Saturday, January 30th. So if you're the type that wants that in-person learning about what is Rotary, all of those things, there's going to be an opportunity for that this January.
Nancy and I went last January.
Okay, yeah.
Because I thought it was excellent. That was the first one I had done, so I need to do the rest of them. But yeah, it was really good. And I met a lot of new people that I didn't know either, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move on because we have a board meeting coming up. Give me 1 second. So who would like to, Angela, you want to close us out with the four-way test?
Yep. The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. 1, is it the truth? 2, is it fair to all concerned? 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Awesome.
Good enthusiasm.
Hold on.
Guys, have a good board meeting.
Thanks. Bye, Angela. Let me know what you find out about the Bears.
All right, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Okay. All right, you guys, why don't you guys get some coffee maybe? Melissa's holding up her head, so I think she needs coffee.
What?
You're holding up your head, so I said maybe you need some more coffee. I'll be back.
I don't know. I'm just frustrated this morning.
No.
I'm gonna get a quick refresher.
Okay.